Hello, and welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Minish Cap.
That was intentional, by the way.
What's up?
The countdown I did was intentional.
Ah.
Last part we turned into the size of the Minish.
Yes, Pico Riki
collected the
Polo
Minish
Tipo. We just said that over and over again, specifically you.
Yeah, and then we turned into the Minish. We're technically still Minish size. Well, we didn't turn into a Minish, but we turned Minish size. Technically still Minish, and now we're saving their sanctuary or something.
Stop going here. Even fun to open it. Yeah, I'd love to open it.
Poko, Pahokey Pokey. Do you think the Minish Cap was their idea of being like, well, he's a silent protagonist and we want to make a story where somebody has to talk, but he's a silent protagonist, so we're just going to put it in the Minish Cap to have an excuse to have Link to talk in some form?
I mean, probably. It's basically what all the partners in the Zelda games are. It's more or less why Navi is an Ocarina or Tattles in Majora's Mask.
True. I guess...
You see that lever? I think you'd be able to pull it. Stand in front and press R to grab, then press down to pull it. Fine.
I was going to say, the thing is, I guess with... What's her name? Is it Elsie or something? I'm just going to call them the Minish Cap, because that's what they are. They're just, I guess, more talkative at the start, it feels like.
Seriously?
Because, like, even in Ocarina of Time, like, Navi is just like, hey, wake up, go to the Great Deku Tree, and then the Deku Tree gives you all the exposition.
Just like, I'm trying to think of another Zelda companion that is like this. I'm drawing a blank here.
In terms of story...
And good grief! Oh, wow, look at the size of that barrel! Oh, alright. So silly if you saw big one, just small. Was that really necessary?
No, it wasn't. I guess in terms of, like, people who pop up in the story, you could argue that in Majora's Mask, Tattle talks a decent amount in terms of the story, but the story...
Nowhere near this much!
Well, that's what I was going to say. The story given in Majora's Mask is so minor that, like, the sheer amount of dialogue they have doesn't really compare. Because, like, you're going to be doing side stuff, so you're going to be hearing Tattle substantially less. Not even Navi really talks that much, honestly, in general. You have to kind of force Navi to talk.
Oh, yeah, Navi only talks if you ask her to. Like, despite the reputation, she's really not that talkative.
Well, there's a few locations, if I'm not mistaken, where she does actually chime in to remind you where to go, but it's like a once or twice thing.
Well, and even then, you have to hit, hey, I want to talk to you.
No, I think there's one or two instances where you get to a certain spot that she'll forcefully just come out and say something.
I'm almost certain she doesn't, but, like, even if she does, though, she's still one of the quieter ones. Okay, then where?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. She does do it, but it's on the quiet end. Like, I'm pretty sure when you're going to Death Mountain, for example, when you go to Kakariko Village, she tells you when you enter Kakariko Village, hey...
Oh, gosh darn it! Oh, hey, be careful, my lad. The barrel just moved. It's been moving.
You know, I guess Midna fits the bill, actually.
That was the only character I could think of that was maybe. Like, maybe Midna.
Midna, the thing with Midna, though, is she's got fun dialogue, and she's fun to listen to.
Why can't I go in this door?
So there's that. And she's not just stating the obvious, too, which the Minish Cap here is doing, and it's annoying me, kind of.
Yeah. Like, maybe this Minish Cap will get better, but for the time being...
It's been a while since I've played Minish Cap.
Yeah, no, I've only ever played it once.
So yeah, maybe they'll be quiet soon. I guess Fi can be a little irksome, because she does the Navi thing twofold, where she'll just pop up and tell you, like, blah, 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 blah.
Honestly, I don't even think Fi has it as bad as this character does, though. I know it's blasphemy for some people, but seriously,
Well, the thing is, she doesn't do it every few steps, so
Exactly.
she kind of only does it at like a, I guess you could say like an important choke point in like the story or area you're in or whatever.
I found the map, finally! Also, there's a piece of heart here. There's pieces of hearts in every single dungeon. That is terrifying. So that's just one more thing I have to look for.
Hopefully it's something consistent, though, like one per dungeon or something.
Might want to look into that if you have a minute.
So yeah, I can take a look. Let's see. That is not what I meant to do. Not Kingdom Hearts, what?
Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, what we need now is something to hold down this switch. Oh, seriously, there's a plot right there. Come on. Please let me figure one thing out.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Let's see. Guess I'll go to Zelda Dungeon and see what Zelda Dungeon says.
Like, I miss things all the time in games. Like, seriously, this is not hard. You do not... Oh, come on! I couldn't even finish complaining about the last one! Oh, why don't you take a hold of something with all... You, Steve, had to push or pull it! It's extremely important. Please remember, it's literally impossible to get in this room without doing that. Did you have to grab onto the mushrooms? Darn it. And you don't even need to ear.
It doesn't look consistent. It looks like most places have one, but there's an occasional one that has two.
So they'll always have at least one.
Yes, it seems like it. I don't know if these are all the dungeons. I'm just looking at a heart piece list is all.
That's fine.
But
all the ones that do have them have at least one. What about this one?
Yeah,
this first one.
From the looks of it. On the bright side, it looks like there's nothing too cryptic for those ones. They seem to be just kind of... Most of these seem to just be kind of visible at a point. So... I would assume they're not that bad. If you are curious, though, I don't know if you can get both. But there are two in here, so...
There was two?
Yeah.
Well, I know where one is. Oh, there's the other one! I know where they both are, I just don't know if I can get them.
Be able to get them once you get the dungeon item.
I mean, probably. I'm certain for at least one of them. I don't know about the other one. Like
No,
this one here, I'm not sure if I can.
I was checking. I explicitly was checking to see if you needed to backtrack for either of them, but like as in like from later in the game, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that's the case. It's just get the dungeon item. I could be wrong here, but I think the only game that has heart pieces in dungeons is, or only other game that has it is Twilight Princess. Does that actually have it? I'm gonna check. I feel like that might be wrong.
This time?
You know what I find kind of weird about Twilight
There it
Princess?
is, Compass, yeah.
You know what I find kind of weird about Twilight Princess, for the record?
No idea.
So, Twilight Princess is a weird game where you need to get, I believe it's 6 pieces of heart to form a heart piece. It's a very bizarre situation where it's like that.
Oh, gosh darn it! Oh no, there's the puzzler! So I suspect there's not much more we can do here right now. Let's press on! Perhaps we can work this from another angle later on. I was literally just leaving. Come on.
But it has less heart pieces. Twilight Princess has less heart pieces than this game, I believe. Oh no, they have about the same.
Oh yeah, I found 5 rupees.
Twilight Princess has a lot of dungeons, though, so I guess it makes up with that because of all the heart pieces you get there. Let me check.
Here. Maybe it is here.
So I was correct. Twilight Princess, as far as I'm aware, is the only other game where heart pieces are also in dungeons.
Okay. Well, we can worry about that whenever we get to Twilight Princess. doesn't really affect us too much yet, thankfully.
I'm actually curious how many games have heart pieces in dungeons. I'm gonna actually see if it's like listed somewhere. Because it's not common. Like, I'm surprised that there was one here, for example. Doesn't look like there's one here. Zelda Dungeon has a Breath of the Wild 2 page.
Well, have fun updating that whenever the official name is unveiled.
Knowing Nintendo, they'll just lazy out and call it Breath of the Wild 2.
They aren't. They've already confirmed it has an official name internally.
Ah, okay. Well, that's not funny. So, Skyward Sword selectively has heart pieces in dungeons. It turns out. As in, like, there's 3 heart pieces or something in dungeons.
Why? Like, if you're gonna do that kind of thing, at least commit to it.
Yeah, that's a good... I don't know, it's weird. At least put 1 in every dungeon or something. It's just
Exactly.
weird. Do you plan on playing any of the I almost said the DS games by chance?
Not really. Like, I feel like
almost
whoever
like
does
you
one has to
should.
do the other, but like I will tell you straight up, like I absolutely despise the DS games, so
I mean,
it would not be a fun time.
It wouldn't be fun for either of us, I think.
Yeah, and that's why they're probably never gonna be covered. Like,
yeah, I was about to say maybe we could just shake hands and say, yeah, we're good. Except for A Link Between Worlds, I think that's fair game.
Well, yeah, A Link Between Worlds is fine. I was talking about like Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks.
Yeah, I was about to say when I said DS, I think both our brains thought about the correct thing, which was Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. So.
Which, I mean, I've heard people say Spirit Tracks like actually good. I don't know. I haven't played that one. I only played Phantom, and yikes. So, like I say, it's pretty much the worst Zelda game I would ever be willing to acknowledge.
I would say Spirit Tracks is still good. Yeah, it's good. It's better. It's amazing, but it's obviously, but it's. I would say it's all right. Definitely has a lot more interesting things going in.
Okay, I'm at the point where I'm lost. I'm not too sure where to go. There's a lot of rooms open, like nothing open. I'm at the point where like I know I need the item. I just don't know where it is. Can I break this for chance? Doesn't seem like it.
If you ask nicely, maybe. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just looking at all these games now, trying to find out this heart piece situation. There's a lot of just interesting things I've noticed with how heart pieces are allotted.
That's why I'm starting to believe like there is no consistency for heart pieces. Like, you get a heart piece because we felt like you deserved one. There you go. That is the consistency.
I mean, yeah.
No.
The real question is, if one of us covers Oracle of Seasons, does the other have to cover Oracles of Ages?
I think that is how that would probably work.
Even though they're very similar, just more or less different seasons. Well, not seasons, but isn't it the same map, but it's just different gimmicks depending on the game?
Never played it, so I don't know.
I think Seasons is literally just like, what's it called? You're just messing with time travel, I want to say, and then Seasons is obviously you mess with different seasons.
Name lines up.
Yep.
Something anywhere.
I guess to answer my question, there's the only games that really have heart pieces in dungeons are Minish Cap, Skyward Sword selectively, and Twilight Princess from the looks of it.
What it sounds like.
So the rest are not that way, which is weird, but okay. I mean, I guess you could also argue the entirety of Breath of the Wild, all the heart pieces are done in dungeons. Like, literally.
Kind of, sort of, like...
Yes, but no. It comes with an asterisk.
Yeah, I would say more no than yes, but like, you're not entirely wrong.
Yeah. What's up with this small stuff on the ground?
Yeah, there's leaves everywhere.
What's it called? Speaking of Skyward Sword, if only you had the vacuum.
Item in here and I can't get it. Why?
Does the Wind Waker have any in dungeons? I don't think it does.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
It
No, the weird thing that Wind Waker did was having heart pieces just out in the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, I think the heart pieces out in the ocean are kind of cool. It gives you a incentive.
Oh, it's a neat idea.
More.
It's just weird compared to every other game.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, it's just a weird game. It's just a big empty sea. Well, I meant to say open sea, and my brain came with empty, which, I mean, both are technically correct. So. Funny, because I was actually talking to a friend yesterday, I think it was, and we were talking about whatever that game was called, not the game, the series, and we were talking about how the original, we both are in agreement that the original Wind Waker kind of sucks, but all the quality of life changes in HD make it much better.
I can definitely not agree with you on that, but hey, you found something that agreed with you.
I mean, the thing is, the Triforce quest sucks in both games. It's worse in the original. Traveling on the sea is annoying as hell, but the Swift Sail fixes that because you don't have to constantly change the wind.
I don't know to tell you, I've never had issues with that, and that's for the Triforce quest. Well, honestly, most of the time I play Wind Waker, I never even get to the Triforce quest. But even a few times I do, like, that's the part where the game opens up. That's the good part of the game. I want that to last a long time.
I do not like the Triforce hunt. It is annoying, and you need, like, way too many rupees given the original version of the game. I don't think I like the original Wind Waker, but I do like HD because it basically fixes.
You already said you don't like it.
I have. Huh?
You already said you don't like it, yeah.
Yeah. But I do like the HD version. That much is important. Quality of life updates can do a lot to a game. Probably why I like something like A Link Between Worlds more than A Link to the Past, because it's like a retread, but not really, and it has a lot of cool quality of life things that make me enjoy it more. Not the biggest fan of A Link to the Past.
I've been wandering this place for so long. Is there something that just says where to go? Because I think the last 15 minutes I've just been walking around aimlessly, and I don't even have the slightest clue. The map doesn't give me anything resembling a hint.
Well, you haven't gotten the dungeon item.
I don't know where it is! It doesn't show where that is on the map. For some reason. It's like, you don't need it.
I mean, I could bring up a guide and look. If it's something obscure, I'll tell you. But if it's something not that bad, then I'll give you a little bit before I tell you. Excuse me, I hiccuped.
It's about to get to the point in length where I'm outpacing length for both of the parts that we have had so far, just aimlessly wandering.
I like to aimlessly wander. It's fun.
Oh, sure.
Let's see. Yeah, this all looks correct. Okay.
Slugs here.
Let me see where you're at. From that room. Yeah, no, you're going the right way now. I think you wandered the correct way.
No, because that just loops around in a circle.
Hold on, just stay where you are for a second. The hell are you?
I don't know.
Hey, go
The
left.
map is terrible.
Show me your map real quick. I don't know where you're at.
Look
to
at
the
this
left.
mess. It doesn't tell me anything.
Just keep going left.
I can't. This is spider web. See? And I can't break it either.
Let me check how to get in there then.
I assume you need the dungeon item, but I can't find the dungeon item.
No, you need to beat the mini boss, which is what you just saw.
I did not see a mini boss.
That was the little bug that was in the room with the.
Oh, the thing in the room with the web. So I need to get there from another entrance.
You need a. Do you have a small key with you currently?
I do. I do actually.
Wait, go back in that room. What? Go back in the room that you go back in that room.
You are lagging. I have no idea what you're saying. You're gonna have to say it again.
I just said go back in that room that you were in.
You want me to go back in spiderweb room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you? What is right? Hold on. Go to the right. What is?
No. You're lagging. I can't hear you. Just type it out. I can see chat.
The door above you.
What? How long has that been there?
To your left.
Darn it.
I was gonna type it, but I couldn't find the chat. So, Mayo might be a little blind. Just a little bit, though.
Not very blind.
Like, I saw the key, or the door. You had to hit its head, then its tail, I think.
That's not gonna happen. Not with this D-pad drift.
So when you hit the tail, it's... When you hit the tail, it stuns him. See? Sorry, when you hit the head, it stuns him. There you go. Now you can suck.
Yay!
Soup. The Gust.
Yay! Now I can clean up the walls. You know, that's what this was for, right? Just cleaning walls. Yep. Nothing else? Okay.
Both art pieces now, so... Assuming that came through, because you lagged.
I have no idea what you said. Something about heart pieces.
I said you can get both the heart pieces now.
Well, speaking of...
I don't know how you get them, mind you. I just know you needed the item.
Well, one of them was just right there.
Maybe the other one's just as simple. Maybe you can suck it up.
I mean, if it's that easy, then sure.
That easy, it's overpowered, that item.
Doesn't look like it.
If you leave hard enough, it'll work. Do you get it? Let's see.
Just attack all the enemies in here. It's what I'm doing for now. Looking at the remote. Oh, there's a hidden switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
You're lagging again.
I know, I saw.
Come on, like, I need you to...
Just
There. I got some shells.
there you go.
I'm not sure what they're for, but just hold on to them for now. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, just suck things up. Because obviously it
More
creates
shells!
something. You know what the shells are for? Because I don't know.
No, the game doesn't even know. Nope, that was all of it. Sucked up every single thing in this room.
You can get it in a different room.
Must be. Does it show up on the map anywhere? Doesn't look like it will. That would have been too convenient.
All I'll say is look for another blue portal. Do the
Well, I
dungeon
figured that part
as you
out.
would. Just do the dungeon as you would for the time being, though. This one's actually not really too from the looks of things.
Well, nothing here. Oh, that would have been a perfect place for it. Come on. Keep looking.
Yeah, all that dirt.
Hmm.
Can you not destroy these pots with your sword?
It's a no.
Sacrilege. You must be allowed to destroy the pots with all means.
I think I see what they want me to do, but... not looking forward to trying.
Makes you feel better, I believe in you. If it doesn't make you feel better, then, well, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Ooh, I love hearing the dungeon jingle twice.
Yeah, of course. It's great. Maybe it needs to be at high power. Was a no.
What are you trying to do?
I need to get that pot that's up there and have it blow backwards. At least I assume that's what I'm supposed to do.
To blow backwards?
Well, to come towards me when I'm on the other side of it.
I know, but why do you need that?
So I can open the chest. The chest shows up where I'm standing right now. I can't reach it otherwise.
Oh, wait, just toss it on? No, that'd be too easy.
No, it just breaks.
What the... let's see. What does this say? Oh, I'm gonna tell you you're wasting your time.
Well,
So you're not
okay.
just sitting here, just doing that.
That's my only
There
need
is
for
another
doing anything.
solution. There's another solution, and it does not involve that. As a matter of fact, I don't even think what you're doing could work. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you ask.
I only have the 3 items.
The 3 items.
Field sword and the wind gust. You picky.
Yeah. Ignore this chest. You get it a different way.
Well, I mean, I need to get it at some point.
You will, but you ignore it for now because you don't have the necessary thing to do it.
Is this like the one Zelda game that gives you more than one item in a dungeon? Is that what you're implying?
No, there's just another. You're supposed to go somewhere first, basically. And
Think where
all
it would
things
go.
will be clear. I'll give you.
Oh, you don't have my sword.
You probably forgot, so I'll just throw you the bone. In the barrel, there's a what's it called? There's cobweb stuck up.
Matter of fact, I did.
I think everything should be straightforward for you at this point.
Can't get out of that door. Yeah, that door did nothing.
No, you need to go that way.
You can't! It doesn't open anything! I stood on that trigger the entire time it spun around. It didn't activate anything.
Stand in the doorway that you sucked up the thing, so right in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, now what's the trigger? Oh, yeah, I guess you were surprisingly quiet for a while, weren't you, huh? No, fine, I'll allow this one. But now what? Despite we travel by water, we won't be going much farther.
Can we leave the Minish Cap alone? And do the adventure ourselves? We'll have hatless Link.
Sounds good to me. I always wanted to play a Zelda game without a hat.
I mean, the closest you get, in a way, is the beginning of... What's it called? What's the name of the game? Wind Waker. I guess in the beginning of this game, too.
Now, the closest you get is just plays Breath of the Wild, just don't have a helmet.
Ah, true. True.
No, in my most recent playthrough of that game, I've been actively wearing no armor the entire time. It is hilarious watching how many characters will actually react to Link being naked.
There's so much attention they actually put in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They do the same thing with the cross-dressing. There's a ton of characters that respond in a very confused way. Or just
I have not found any that respond outside of the Gerudo town, unfortunately. Something for another playthrough, I guess.
From what I remember, a decent amount that think you're genuinely just a female. Which, for the record, that is a very weird thing, but it works, I guess. I don't know how anybody wouldn't question if they're male or female based on how they dress.
Link's really androgynous, so I can give it to him. I don't know how the guy that he bought the armor from got through, though.
Oh yeah, true, because he said he like stole it personally and
exactly.
It was second set or something. It was interesting.
Okay, I can't get through there. If I could, I wouldn't be having problems with that pop puzzle earlier. I don't have a key either. Well, I'm trapped. So begins the return of the 5-hour part.
Yay! It's only the first dungeon, too.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to see there might have been a reason I was putting this off.
Well, that's because things are getting in the way. You were going to start this like 5 years ago or something ridiculous.
Yes!
Something got in the way, like got in the way. I
Literally
don't
every
remember what
time
it
things
was.
kept getting in the way. I think it's just a bunch of
I
little
don't
things.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember what they were. Is the thing. To be fair, I've had 2 separate LPs that have been the exact same. If you can remember which 2 they are, because I know which 2 they are.
Are we counting between both Yogaidr and your main channel? Because if so, Banjo-Kazooie would be one of them. Ah, that's how you solve the... Okay, that makes more
You mean
sense.
Banjo-Tooie?
No, Kazooie.
I finished Kazooie.
Yeah.
Kazooie.
Yeah, that's what you were asking about.
No. I'm saying I've had 2 Let's Plays that have been, what's it called? Like, held back from being done. Like, they've been pushed back for one reason or another. 2 on Yogaidr. You could argue the ongoing ones that I have.
Yeah, see, so when's the next shadow part if you don't want to say there's any on yours?
Well, I was gonna say ongoing ones on my main channel you can count, such as that. But on Yogaidr, there are 2 LPs that we recorded videos for. 2 different games that never, ever saw the light of day.
Yep, and they were both on your side. Although
Yep,
one of those you're going to be doing soon-ish.
Soon enough, yeah. Do you remember which 2 they were?
Yep.
Do you want to say them?
Nah.
Do you want to hide?
Considering one of them's going to be done very soon, like whenever Justice for All is done.
Is it really that soon? Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it is, because you insisted on doing it.
I think I insisted on doing it for for the reason of it was held back, if that was the case. Let me look.
I feel like the other game would have been the better pick for that then, but I don't know.
You're right. Justice for All is, or after Justice for All, it is that.
Oh, got the big key. I don't even know where the door is, but I got the key.
Nice. Wait, hold on. No, never mind. Go in the blue portal.
Dungeon?
That's the heart piece. I knew you would forget that you activated a blue portal next to a heart piece.
I mean, that's less forgetful and more just not noticing surroundings.
You got blindsided.
Yay, 20 rupees!
So, hear me out though. CDI Zelda games.
No. I'm still saying a hard no to that. I only put it on the list as an undecided to humor you. I am not touching that game.
I told you I would do one and you would do one.
No, I'm not doing it. Screw that.
Hear me out.
But even I have standards.
Hear me out. You played Aquaman and Bubsy. I don't know about that one.
Which is why I said even I.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if you actually have standards, because those games are probably actually worse.
No, definitely not. CDI is not even in the same camp.
They're bad, but I know people that actually... I've seen more people like those games unironically more so than Bubsy.
I've never seen anyone like the. I've never seen anyone say anything remotely positive about CDI. Like, except for like maybe they're memeing on the cutscenes, but those are the people that never played the game.
There's a like PC remake somebody did that makes it not nearly as bad. It's still the same game for the most part, but they fixed a few glaring issues. Specifically with, I think, the controls and hitboxes. But they kept, like, the main integrity of the game or something. Or maybe it was a 1-to-1. I actually can't remember. And people were actually really excited with it. Just like PO6.
Would not relate. Mostly because I have zero interest in playing any version of CDI Zelda. Like, remade or otherwise.
it's definitely an interest of mine just to see what the hubbub is about. Especially because I think there was a point where I actually watched like a proper playthrough of the game, like commentated. And the person commentating was saying the game is really bad without a guide, but if you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. It's still bad, but it's not as bad. Because obviously there's a few glaring issues, such as, I think to get inside of a door, you have to press, like, crouch or something for some reason. But crouch
Oh yeah,
also...
Castlevania logic.
It's something weird. It's like crouch... It's like the button to open up your menu or to use items is also like the same button to use, what's it called? To go inside doors, and there's some places where you need to use your lantern to light it up, but you need to do it next to a door, because if you move to the left or right, you'll get hit, or occasionally will fall in a pit or something. That seems to be the biggest offender when it comes to those games. That, and knowing what you can and cannot actually jump on, I think, in certain situations. And hitboxes. Some hitboxes are just stupid. And the final boss. Final boss takes like a grand total of 2 seconds, I think. For both of the games. Not the... There's one of the CDI games is really weird. Also, bye-bye, big choo-choo. You're dead. Bye-bye.
It's not big, we're just tiny.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that.
But they even have a little cutscene at the beginning that shows, yeah, no, it's just normal sized.
What did you collect?
Earth element. Yay.
What?
I did
You
it.
collected the element of Earth itself.
I don't know, it looks more like poison to me, but
It does. I thought it was like a rose with the shadow.
Power of the Earth
The power
is
of-
source of all living things. Are you sure that's Earth? I feel like source of Earth would be more like a rock, or...
So
Not that.
we have the source of all living things currently. Oh no, you've put us.
Oh, you gave this to the absolute wrong person. Like, me in particular, like, I will absolute... Like, you think Vatsy or Ganondorf is bad. Oh boy!
Welcome to Mayo's room.
You're telling us you buy into that power. Oh.
Welcome to the realm of Link the Homicidal Maniac.
Seriously?
He only won't kill the Minish Cap because he's afraid that it'll eat his brain. And if it eats his brain, then he cannot homicide.
Oh, you've got the Earth element. You must go tell the Elder at once. And next time.
Pico, Nico, Pico, Pazzico.
No,
Chinko.
it's Pico, Ricky, Polo, Tipo.
Pico, Riki, Polo, Tico, Nico.
You're trying, and I can appreciate that. Thank y'all for watching. Next time we're gonna go talk to the Elder. Till then, I'll toast just toast.
Schlico, potato salad, chicken tenders.
Oh.